What's up guys, Dan here, and we're back with SmashPad's Top 10 Games of 2024. At number 9 we have Neva, developed by Namada Studio, published by Devolver Digital. Neva was definitely one of my favorite games of the year, especially as far as indies go. And the reason being, I mean, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. What we're going through here is the second chapter in the game. It's fall. Basically, these games are separated by seasons, not chapters or levels. They're just seasons. And yeah, this is fall is the second chapter in the game, and it's really nice to see all of the ways that each level differs. So obviously with the fall, we're seeing some red, yellow, goldish colors, and we're seeing the leaves fall because that's what autumn is all about. And with this chapter, with it being the second one, we're seeing, Neva be a little bit more lively. Back in the summer, Neva was just born, was just a puppy, and now we're seeing him be, a lively little canine partner. But yeah, like, one thing or one similarity that I really love about this game is it just really feels like a love letter to Studio Ghibli. Especially films such as Princess Mononoke and Spirited Away. And like the Spirited Away-ness of it all is right here. Like we're fighting these shadows who look a whole lot like No Face from Spirited Away. I mean, like they're all black and they definitely have those masks going on there. And one thing I really like about Neva is that aside from just being exploristic platforming, we're also seeing some action. Here I just died. I wanted to show you how sort of beautiful that can look because, there is no death without life. There is no life without death, and that's just one of the themes that this game really goes to show. So, yeah, the combat in this game is pretty straightforward. It's really just hack and slash techniques, and you also have your dodge mechanics, so you want to be able to use that one nicely. And at the same time, you have your double jumps, so you can easily avoid at least enemies of this size as long as you're pretty maneuverable. The controls are pretty tight, and it's definitely a highlight for the game. So yeah, we just cleared those enemies, and let's go ahead and continue to move forward. Again, just the art of this game is just something else. You're seeing the shadows. At the same time, the camera pans out, and we're looking at these boars here who look very much like the boars you'll see in Princess Mononoke, or the pigs in Spirited Away. And, just the big enemies, or not enemies, but the big creatures you see in Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind. I don't think the developers straight up said that they had some inspiration from Studio Ghibli, but you can definitely see it, or at least with Hayao Miyazaki. Alright, Neva is getting a little ahead of us here. And here we're just going to showcase some of the platforming. As you can see, we have a double jump. You have that immediately at your disposal. Let's go ahead and jump off here into this chasm, making sure that we don't miss it there. And yeah, jump on the walls with white flowers to climb. Alright, so those little white dots are the white flowers the game is talking about. So it's pretty nifty, but it's also one of my main complaints about the game. Like, you really have to have some sharp eyes to make sure that you don't get stuck. But, it's also visual storytelling. It's like when Uncharted has those yellow or white handholds on the walls, and same idea here. You just got to make sure that you're continuing to move in the right direction, and you just solve these puzzles simply by traversing. We got to a checkpoint there and refilled our health, and we're just continuing to jump over these chasms. Looks like we have some shadows to kick, so there we go. Bang. 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 Okay. Alright, this one's a little complicated, but not until you see these white flowers to climb that here. Jump to the left, jump to the left, jump on to the right, jump to the right again. I'm not seeing anything. This is weird. Okay, we can just go ahead and jump across this chasm. Kill that enemy. Jump here. Kill this dude. Alright, thank you Neva for doing that one. Jump here. Take a far jump to the left using our dodge mechanic as a triple jump. And there we go. So yeah, again, like the controls of this game are really responsive. I'm just gonna ignore that. Yeah, and as long as you don't hate precise platforming, and honestly, it's nothing all that difficult, you'll be able to do this really well. The more difficult stuff comes with the bosses in the game, and they're really all about, you know, your typical boss. You have to memorize their movements and then go ahead and react accordingly. Jump in there, making sure we don't miss. Alright, I think we're going to get to the next save point soon, and I think that'll be a good jumping off point. But yeah, as for how long this game is, I honestly beat it in about a weekend. This was the game that I finished after beating, I believe it was East 10 Nordics. And yeah, I just needed a palate cleanser before I jumped into another JRPG. And this ended up being a perfect one. And I think it's around like 4 to 6 hours, depending on how long you take to smell the flowers. I did not platinum in this game because it relies on you looking for collectibles that are pretty hard to find, especially if you can't see them. Like, it's really easy to overlook stuff in this game just because you don't know whether it's an explorable environment or whether you're actually allowed to do a certain thing. One collectible I found was actually after doing a pretty tough platforming segment, but you know, I earned it, and that was fun. Let's go ahead and jump to it right here. Maybe I should have gone left. My bad. This time we didn't die. Never mind. Spoke too soon. We died. But the cool thing is that when you die, you spawn pretty much right where you died, so it doesn't really disrespect your time there. There's no game overs, so you don't gotta worry about that. And yeah, I think once we get to the top here, we're gonna go ahead and reach another save point. So yeah, once again, this was Neva, number 9 on our Game of the Year list. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the rest of our top 10, and thanks for watching.